The advanced self-start feature automatically begins the processing cycle when a blood volume of approximately 800 milliliters in the collection reservoir is detected for 5 seconds. It is important to note that the green Go key may be pressed at any time in the automatic mode to start processing blood manually. The AutoLog then employs a variable pulsed wash cycle. The level sensor continuously monitors the red cell pack, and the software controls the fluid pump to inject variable pulsations of saline into the bowl as determined by the microprocessor. The unique AutoLog bowl indentations and wash pulsations generate alternative fluid channels so that the saline wash solution travels thoroughly through the red blood cell pack. Only 250 milliliters of saline are required for a safe and effective washout of all extraneous materials. Each wash cycle consists of the following phases: idle, fill, wash, empty, and post-cycle. In the idle phase, the LED of the green Go key flashes and the machine displays Machine Ready 0 ml, 0 ml. The machine is waiting for an automatic start or the Go key to be pressed for manual processing. The AutoLog employs an innovative 2-stage centrifuge bowl filling. In the initial fill phase, the AutoLog centrifuge and fluid pump will rotate and the bowl will fill at a rate of approximately 600 milliliters per minute. The pump momentarily stops after the initial detection of red blood cells. The final filling stage, initiated after red blood cells pack against the sides of the bowl, will be either 250 or 600 milliliters per minute, based on the hematocrit of the incoming blood. If the initial level detection occurred with a volume of 225 milliliters of whole blood or less, the second fill rate will be 600 milliliters per minute. If the initial detection volume was greater than 225 milliliters of whole blood, then the second fill rate will be 250 milliliters per minute. The rate slowdown can also be triggered manually by pressing the incrementation plus key twice. In the fill cycle, the machine will display input 32 ml, transferred 0 ml. Due to centrifugal force and density, the blood components separate into red blood cells, plasma, and platelets. The red blood cells are packed as tightly as possible in this stage. Plasma, activated platelets, and white blood cells in supernatant solutions are eliminated to the waste bag. It's helpful to think of these two steps as if you were pouring soda into a glass. The foam rises on the initial pour. You stop until the foam settles. Then you slowly pour the remainder of the soda until you fill the glass completely. The wash phase will start as soon as the level sensor detects a full bowl during the second or final fill. The display shows the volume of wash saline used and total saline volume needed. As soon as the full wash volume of 250 milliliters has been processed and the centrifuge has come to a complete halt, the pump transfers the washed red blood cells to the holding bag. This is the empty phase. The display shows the input volume and the total transferred volume as it is pumping. The first empty cycle will deliver 80 to 90 milliliters of fluid to the holding bag, and approximately 40 milliliters of fluid will remain in the holding bag line. In the post cycle, the total volume transferred is displayed. If there is still liquid volume in the collection reservoir, another wash cycle will start automatically. If there is no liquid volume remaining in the collection reservoir, the machine will go into standby and wait for you to initiate another wash cycle by pressing the Go key, or when another 800 milliliters of volume in the collection reservoir is detected. When the wash cycle is complete, the red blood cells are automatically transferred to the 1,000 milliliter holding bag for later reinfusion to the patient. After processing 7 to 12 wash cycles, the machine will have filled the holding bag to its capacity. The number of wash cycles is determined by the incoming hematocrit of the blood. The instrument will display "Holding bag is full." Empty the holding bag and reset the display by pressing the green Go button. This will initiate another series of 7 wash cycles. If there is not enough blood in the reservoir to fill the bowl completely, the machine will stop during the fill phase and display the message "Air in reservoir line, final cycle, No. At this point, there are three options. Number 1. Do nothing. The centrifuge will continue to rotate for 1 minute, then it will stop. The contents of the bowl will automatically be returned to the reservoir, and the machine will start again when the blood volume is 800 milliliters. Number 2. Continue normally. This option is usually used to restart the fill phase when there is a false air detect. Press the Go key. A normal cycle fill phase is attempted. Number 3. Final cycle, return function. Pressing the incrementation plus key to display yes, followed by the Go key, confirms that this is the final cycle for blood processing. The machine will then finish filling a partially filled bowl by drawing previously washed red blood cells from the holding bag and starting the wash phase of the cycle. This process is called concentrate. If the blood volume remains insufficient, incomplete bowl recoverable? No, is displayed. You should reply no by pressing the Go key. The centrifuge bowl will stop rotating, and the remaining fluid in the bowl will automatically be returned to the collection reservoir. When the final cycle is finished, the machine performs 2 empty steps to fully evacuate the centrifuge bowl and holding bag line. Processing complete, remove air, FCT, will be displayed. Press the function key, then invert the holding bag, and press the Go key until the air in the line is cleared. The blood is then transferred from the holding bag to a blood transfer bag. Administer the blood to the patient using an appropriate filtered IV transfusion set. Do not reinfuse the blood back into the patient directly from the AutoLog. The AutoLog setup and blood processing is now complete.